Today we're headed to the northwest side of San Antonio. In this community, if you like fine dining, high-end shopping, and overall entertainment and some outdoor space with beautiful views, this is definitely the community that you want to go into. And if you stick around for the video, we're going to show you everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, playing, living, and just enjoying this magnificent part of San Antonio. Today I'm taking you to Crownridge. So we're here in Crownridge, which is in the west side of San Antonio, northwest side of San Antonio, by Loop 1604 and IH10. We're 16 miles from the airport and only 18 miles from downtown. So if getting in and out of San Antonio is important to you, that's how close you are. Some of the things that are around this area are Fiesta, Texas, which is part of Six Flags, and also La Cantera, which is a major shopping center with some luxury shops. So you can find Tiffany's, you can find Gucci, you can find all those stores out there. And another thing that's also by here is UTSA. So UTSA is one of the biggest schools that San Antonio has to offer. Hi, my name's Jesse Lopez. I'm the owner of Blue Utopia Realty here in San Antonio, Texas. I started this channel because during my 23 years of military service, I moved all over the world and I did it without any help. Like, I messed up quite a bit. So the purpose of this channel is to bring you all the information that you need in order to move to San Antonio without any kind of problems. So if that's the kind of information that you're looking for, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and tap on that bell so you're notified every single time I put out a new video. So like I was saying, this is a really great neighborhood. As you can tell, there's some hills behind me. So if you like to walk and you like to get some steps in, and walking in the hills are something that you want to do, this is definitely a neighborhood you should consider. If you don't like exercising, probably not the one to be in. Also, another thing is if you have a stick shift, which I don't know if many people have that anymore, this is probably going to be a little bit tough to navigate. But other than that, the homes here are really nice. If you have a home like this one right here, you can actually, have some views of the west side of San Antonio. And yeah, those come at a premium. So be ready to pay for those kinds of views that they have here. The average household income in this neighborhood is about $85,000 a year, so it's not too overly priced. The demographics is very diverse, so there's all kinds of ethnicities living here, and you're looking at about 26% of the population is under 18, and about only 7% is going to be over 65. The median age is about 32 years old, so it's a pretty young family. Typically professionals with jobs that are nearby. So some of the things that are nearby employment are Valero. You have also Security Service Federal Credit Union and Fiesta, Texas, and again I already mentioned UTSA. So those are some of the big named employers in this area. And what's really good about this neighborhood is that you have real quick accessibility. Even though Loop 1604 and IH10 right now are undergoing some major construction, once that is done, you're going to have some pretty good access to the entire city. You can get anywhere in San Antonio within 20 to 25 minutes. Right now, not so much because of all the construction, but once that's complete, then there'll be no issues getting in and around town. Like I said, there's a lot of hills here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go jump in the truck so I could take you around the neighborhood. One thing that I will tell you that some of these neighborhoods are gated communities, so we won't have access to them. The one that we're currently at is not gated, but still you see some really nice homes. I'll be able to give you a sense of the feel and what's around here. Like I said, La Cantera is right down the street. So if shopping, dining, and hitting some high-end stores is for you, then you're gonna definitely enjoy this neighborhood. So let's go ahead and back into the truck. All right, well, it's kind of hot out there, so let's go ahead and take off and show you some of these homes here. So like I mentioned, the neighborhood, some of them are open communities like this one that we're in right now, but some of them are closed off, which means, they're gated. If security is important to you, then that's probably something you want to look at, is one of the gated communities. But if it's not an issue, then these neighborhoods are pretty safe, which, by the way, on the national index, I already mentioned this in other videos, but the national index for crime in the United States is a 4, and this area here is actually a 5. So slightly higher, but I mean, if you're looking at this neighborhood, you can see that there's really not a lot going on, and it's so far enough away from the city that you don't have to worry about any, I don't know what, criminals coming out here and doing anything to your house. But take a look at these houses. So they're all single family homes, and they are traditional. There's some with some colonial aspects to it, but pretty much you're going to find that they're either made out of brick, they're made out of stone or stucco, real good quality. The one thing that I don't like about this neighborhood is, you can tell, and as we're driving by these homes, is that these driveways are really narrow, or not narrow, they're very short. So it's the street and maybe 20 feet and bam, you're in your front door. I particularly don't like that, but I guess if I had to have that kind of a driveway and then I had the views that pair up with it, I would take the views. Definitely, I would quit complaining about the driveways. But yeah, so the homes are, fairly close to each other, a little bit more close than my, my preference, but still really nice neighborhood, really nice houses. Let's go and go to the other side of this neighborhood. So this neighborhood is called Legend Point, and like I said, it's one of the not gated communities, ungated, I guess. I don't know if that's what you say, but I'm going to turn the camera around here so you can look, and maybe we can catch a little bit of glimpse of the views that you could see right over there. Can you see? You can like look down. So we're on top of a hill, and that's probably not a good view, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and keep driving around the neighborhood. Look at these homes. The lawns are manicured. They look really nice, well kept. It's not a cookie cutter community like, most homes that are being built right now. So a neighbor right there just passed by, waved. So friendly. If you don't know this about San Antonio, we're very friendly. We say howdy, we say, hey, how are you? And that kind of stuff. So let's break down the numbers. What does it cost to move here, right? So as I mentioned, the average household income is $85,000. But in order to buy a home in this area, you're looking at a bottom price right now in the market of $425,000, and they go all the way up to $1 million. And the homes that we're driving by right now, I would estimate that these are probably about $600,000 to $700,000. So it's not bad, very affordable, and with the amenities that you get here, you're close to everything. Like I said, La Cantera, which is a really good shopping center that we're going to go to, and also Six Flags. I know you're not going to be at the amusement park every day, but if you want to go to the amusement park, it's just down the street. And of course, you have all the shopping. If you like fishing, there's a Bass Pro Shop right on the shopping center across the street from Six Flags, which is called The Rim. We're going to head there also. Let's see, what else can I tell you? These homes were built in the early 1990s and early 2000s. So they're a little bit older, maybe about 20 to 30 years old. But the one thing that I do like about this, as you can tell right here on the side of the road, there's a bunch of rock. So when you build a home on rock, it goes nowhere. There's some areas in San Antonio that have foundation issues because they're built on clay soil, and you're not going to have that issue here in this neighborhood. So even though the homes are older, all it takes a little bit of updating on the different fixtures, and bam, you have a brand new house. Fresh coat of paint, bam, brand new house. So it's a really nice place to live. Now, Again, like I mentioned, some of these places are gated, so if we go by one and it's gated, we're just gonna have to turn around. But let's go ahead and go across this road right here, which is Camp Bullis Road, and head into another part of the neighborhood. Also, there's some commercial spaces here. As you can tell, there's, you know, churches, there's dental places, there's all kinds of businesses right along the main side of the road, or the main thoroughfare. But here we go into the other side of the neighborhood. I like the way they kept all this, you know, greenery, all the trees in the median. It makes it look really nice and country, even though you're right, you know, we're not downtown, but you're about 18 miles away from downtown, but still very country feel. This is the beginning of the hill country. Bernie, I forgot to mention, is a town that's right up the road, which is, I think, like 16, 17 miles away. It's an old German town. A lot of people like living in Bernie. They have some really nice new developments. We'll do a video on that one later. But right now, look at these views. Look at these homes. Now this side, we're probably coming up to the 900,000s and the $1 million homes. But they have just such a great view. A lot of hills. If you don't like climbing, don't go for a walk in this neighborhood, because you will get wore out. Now, maybe you're wondering, well, what if I don't want to buy a house and maybe I just want to rent? There's one property that I found for rent in this area, so that tells you a lot. The homeowners here are homeowners. They're not renters. And the one house that I did find on the market was $3,550 a month. So for $3,500 a month, you might as well just buy one of these houses, because that's literally a high mortgage payment. But yeah, so there's not very many renters here. You can tell by the homes that people love living here. They take care of their houses, and yeah, it's a special neighborhood. And again, more hills, more hills. Let's take a look at these here, and then we're gonna head over to La Cantera, where all the shopping is, and you're gonna be pretty satisfied with that. So you see the difference in these homes right here in this neighborhood. They're a little bit more spread out. They're a lot bigger, but if you can see past the trees, you can actually see the views that they have. So yeah, definitely $1 million views. So look right there, right past the tree line, you can see the other homes on the other they're not mountains, on the other hilltops. So let's head on over to La Cantera, show you some shopping and what you can expect when you live in this neighborhood. I hope you enjoyed the video so far. If you have, do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, tap on that bell so you're notified every single time I put out a new video. And if you want a free, no obligation consult so we can find you your perfect home here in San Antonio, hit that QR code right there. Pause the TV, hit the QR code. Let's schedule a call so we can talk about what your lifestyle is and what we can do for you and your family. So the schools in this area in Crownridge are actually excellent schools, and that's very uncommon in San Antonio. There's some neighborhoods that the schools are great, and there's some schools or some neighborhoods that the schools are not so great. So I'm happy to report that we have A ratings for the high school, which is Brandis High School. So Brandis High School has some excellent programs. Your kids will absolutely love it there. Then The middle school is Garcia Middle School, and that one has an A plus rating. So the middle school, if you have a child within those grade levels, they're going to be able to go to an A plus school. The only thing is that the elementary school does not have an A plus rating. It is a B plus rating, but still in San Antonio, it is still a good thing to have B and A ratings. You want to stay away from the C's and the D's, but you don't have to worry about that here. So as I mentioned, this area is just great. If you like to be outdoors, we're sitting at the yard house right now, and as you can tell, the weather's great. You're gonna love it when you move here. All you gotta do is find some shade to be out of the sun. It doesn't rain very much here, but La Cantera has so many little shops and so many little things that you can go and do outside and enjoy the fresh air. So if that's something that you like, that's great. You could call this place home. But if it's not, don't worry about it, because San Antonio has a ton of neighborhoods, and I've been covering most of them, and I'm going to continue to cover them. If there's a neighborhood that you have heard about, or maybe you want to know more information about, do me a favor, hit the comments below. Let me know which neighborhood that is so I can cover a video on it, because I just love San Antonio. I want to make sure that you get all the information that you need in order to move into the right location. So again, schools are great. The shopping is phenomenal. The homes with the views out of this world, and you're absolutely gonna love living in Crownridge. If it's not for you, that's okay. Give me a call. Hit that QR code. Let's schedule a call so we can find you and your family the perfect place to live here in San Antonio. Thank you for watching, and for now, just watch the rest of these videos, and we'll see you on the next one.